And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Live Cell Phone Plan Advice, where I answer your questions about what cell phone plans are best for you, how to save the most money, and how to get the best deals on the latest and greatest phones. We've got some wonderful people already here in the chat. We've got Kitsune. Cheers. Great to see you. Thanks for showing up. Lucky Day, thank you for being here. Says props Stetson for the start of expanding coverage map internationally. We got VGraphs here. Let's go. Jaime is here. Hello, welcome. Max is here. Max, like the new profile picture, by the way. Max says, congrats on launching coverage map in Canada and the UK. Thank you. It's a big moment for us. It's low key been live and working for a while now, but today was the official day. We pushed it out and it's awesome. Jeremy is here. Welcome. So great to see you in the chat. Dante, what is up? Ryan, great to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Charles, what is up? Yeah, great to catch one of these live. Great to see you here. Great to have you. Calvin, yes, cell phone plans. It's always exciting. Telecom is always an exciting space. Gregory is here. Great to see you. Great to see you as always. Yeah, I feel like we should quickly show off the coverage map thing because that was my mission today. I made a launch video and really sent out a newsletter, tried to make a big announcement about it. So it's been pretty exciting for us over at Coverage Map to expand. We officially expanded into Canada and the UK. This was an absolute journey. I mean, I had to learn about what carriers are even in Canada, what the networks are. Same thing for the UK. Who are the big providers? How does it work? And we did it. So let's go ahead and pull that up right now over here. Ryan's asking, have you looked at Red Pocket's $30 unlimited plan? I have not, Ryan, but since you're asking, I'll look it up right now. And we'll see what's cooking. I'm assuming this is on my website. Sheesh. All right, you know what? Shout out to the Red Pocket team. Let's pull up what I'm looking at so you can actually see this here. Red Pocket, they update their website quite a lot. And, you know, it's not the best. That said, it's gotten a lot better. So looks like they're offering 4 plans now, which they call, let's see, yes, okay. Unlimited Essentials, Unlimited Plus, Unlimited Premium, and Unlimited Elite. Looks like they're offering a 50% off promo right now for your first month. Pretty good. You've got $10 for a gig. You know, you can do $10 for 2 gigs from US Mobile. So that's an okay value. Plus, let's do the regular $20 price first. That's going to be $20 for 10 gigs. Again, I think US Mobile is a little bit cheaper. And even Mobile X, they've got their like $15 plans with 10 gigs of data. Still, this is pretty good. And it comes with international calling. That's a big perk for Red Pocket, free international calling. And roaming in Canada and Mexico with 2 asterisks. What does that mean? 100 minutes, 100 messages, and 1 gig of data. That's not bad. Premium, this is where they add in hotspot. Hotspot's a deal breaker for me personally. I'm curious if hotspot is a deal breaker for you guys or not, but it is for me. $30 for, oh, it says unlimited. That means it's not unlimited. Here we go. What is it actually? Okay, where's the asterisk? Where do I find it? 50 gigs. Wow, that's actually really good. $30 for 50 gigs. I mean, it's not as good as US Mobile, right? Because, I mean, US Mobile's just crushing it right now. If you go to their plans, unlimited start, I mean, even monthly, unlimited starter on AT&T, which is the primary network that Red Pocket activates on, you're getting $25, so $5 less. This comes with 70 gig. They don't even show it anywhere. Where's my website? It's 70 gigs. Oops, sorry about that. Mistyped the B and the N key right next to each other. But if we go to plans and US Mobile Unlimited Starter, it's this one. 70 gigs of high-speed data, then unlimited at 1 megabit per second for $5 less than Red Pocket. That's pretty good. Still, $15 for your first month, you know, not bad. And then Elite, 20 gigs of hotspot. International calling, I mean, that is definitely a great perk. And let's learn more. Is this the same? 50 gigs, 20 gigs. Yeah. So they're just doing a 50 gig. Honestly, really good plans. I think that's better than what I have on my website right now. If we look that up, Red Pocket, man, discounts. Can I get rid of the annual? I just want monthly. So yeah, we got the Unlimited Essentials, Unlimited Plus, and Unlimited Elite. Guys, this is actually great news. Since the last time I updated these plans, probably sometime January of this year, Red Pocket has increased the high-speed allotment from 30 gigabytes to 50 gigabytes. So that's very cool to see. And then everything else looks like it's the same. Oh, we got a super chat. Daniel, thank you so much for your generosity and support here. I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing, and I support your mission to help 1 million people save money on their cell phone plans. Daniel, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, just trying to help people save money on their phone bill. It's crazy how much it adds up. I mean, if you're a family, you start saving $50 a month on your phone bill, $600 a year. You know, that adds up. That's a new phone, or can go towards a new phone, or a vacation, or a dinner out, or anything that's, you know, not your cell phone bill. So, yeah, I think, where did this go? Ryan, to answer your question, Red Pocket's plans have definitely gotten better. They're more competitive. I still think US Mobile is going to be the move if you're looking for coverage on AT&T. And to Red Pocket's credit, right, they do offer these on either AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, but most new activations, I believe, are going to be on the AT&T network. So something to keep in mind. Oh man, Beckett Fitz, great question. Are there any sites you recommend for buying eSIMs for international travel? Yes, there are a couple. We actually had on some really cool guests. So one of the popular ones is Airlo. And we had on the founder of Airlo on the Best Phone Plans podcast, I think a couple years ago. He even included a special discount code. I can't remember what it was. I should look that up for you guys, or you can go and find the episode. But this is really nice. You can search for, you know, what country you're going to. Let's say you want to go to Spain. I have a friend in Spain right now. Shout out Gabe if you happen to be watching this. And you can basically pick your data allotment, you know, $4.50 for a gig for 7 days. Not too bad. 15 days, 2 gigs. Let's see, 5 gigs for 30 days for $11.50. Like, these are all very reasonably priced. What's another one that I've been using? I know eSIM.db, iconic. The people who made this, you know, shout out to them. They did a great job, great interface. Let's say go into Spain again, and let's zoom in so you can see this. And what they're doing is they're aggregating. So they've got GigSky, they have Airlo here, Firsty, Truly, AirHub, Roamless, Red Go, YeSIM or YesSIM, Global Yo. These are all really funny names. But what eSIM.db does is they aggregate all the information together, and then you get to choose from here. Now, it's good. It's also kind of confusing. Like, let's say, what do I need? I realistically want like 5 gigs. And yeah, that seems reasonable. Unlimited, but it's unlimited at 256 kilobits per second. I don't want that, right? A day, 5 gigs for a day. That's not bad. 4 euros, but I guess it's only a day. I think, let's say you're going to, it'll be like 7 days, right? Apply. Cool. Now you can compare. Yeah, $4 from Minute Travel, $4.73 from Yoho Mobile. Looks like Escape Sim, $4.80. Easy Sim, I like that name. $4.90, and there's a little promo code. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, so I think eSIM.db, shout out to those guys. At some point, I'd love for it to be like my site to, you know, make something like this and to help people save on international plans. But yeah, hopefully this helps. And, you know, something that would be really nice. Let's see, does this show it? It looks like, all right, they have different plans. It explains what Minute Travel is, single country. You could have multiple country SIMs. Let's say we want the 3 gig local Spain. Yeah, they don't really tell you what the plan includes. I mean, I guess you get the 3 gigs and that's really it. But what I would want to know is what network this uses, right? Like, is this on Vodafone? Is it on O2? Like what network is Minute Travel riding on for these roaming agreements? Or is it multiple networks, you know? Either way, yeah, definitely check out eSIMDB. Pretty awesome site. Airlo is also awesome. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones too that I'm just forgetting right now, but check them out. They're pretty good. Uh, I know I've seen ads for Saley, but I don't actually know if Saley is that good. And I think there was one. Let's go back to Spain. I think it's let's reset, clear all these filters. I think it's Gig Sky or something like that. Where like a lot of the international eSIMs, they're roaming. They've got to like route traffic back. I think Gig Sky might be doing something more native. Don't quote me on that. I know there's a eSIM provider that I think has a more native experience. Or honestly, I mean, you can just sign up from a carrier in the country you're visiting. That'll give you probably the best experience. Anyway, Beckett Fitz, thank you so much for the question, and I hope that's helpful. Adam, best provider you recommend? I mean, that's so personal, up for debate. The one that I use with my personal phone number is US Mobile. And so I really like them because I think they have a nice mobile app. I think I show this on stream like once a week, every time I do the stream. Let's make sure, all right, you got to scroll down so it hides the phone number. And yeah, this screen right here is why I'm a US Mobile customer. I just absolutely love seeing the data breakdown. You can see my 3-cycle average is 8.4 gigabytes. So I'm actually overpaying. Like I should, well, come on, camera. I should take my own advice and switch to a cheaper plan because I'm paying for 25 gigs and I'm using 8.4 gigs. How silly is that? But I just love the simplicity of US Mobile. And they just launched their, I can't show that unfortunately, but they launched their multi-network feature. So now if you sign up on their unlimited starter or unlimited premium plan, you can add a secondary line and get a second network. I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now, actually. Let me see if I can show this. Yeah. So you can see, oops, just hit the camera control button. This phone is in dual SIM mode. One SIM is on Visible and one is on US Mobile. Now, the irony is both of those are the Verizon network, but what US Mobile is offering is a second SIM on a different network. So you can activate US Mobile on their AT&T network, and then you can grab another SIM from US Mobile on the Verizon network. So you got two SIMs, AT&T and Verizon, so excellent coverage. And both SIMs will just deduct from your included high-speed allowance from your plan. So really, really cool feature that they offer. And you know, we were just talking about Red Pocket. They do offer the option to switch networks here, so you could activate on AT&T and then switch to Verizon. But that, if you do it in the middle of your month, that ends up basically canceling your old plan and you pay for a full new month on the new plan. So it's not as elegant, it's not as seamless. US Mobile really innovating, doing some cool things with their coverage and their mobile app. So that's why I use them. I'm a sucker for analytics and that kind of stuff. So that's what I use. Beckett Fitz, can you do a tutorial on how to dual SIM with one SIM card for phone calls and one SIM card for text and data? Let me see if I can. It's very easy to set up. The phone kind of walks you through it, and it's like, do you want to use this phone, this SIM card for phone calls, or do you want to use this one for text? Yeah, and here I can show this. If you go to the phone app and you're in dual SIM, this is very hard to do backwards, you guys. And you go to the phone app, see if I can get it to focus. There's a little button up top, and you just tap the button. Oh, there it is. All right. I think you can see that. And you select what line that you want to use for making that outgoing call. Wow, I don't think the camera is focused at all. Anyway, it's very easy. The phone walks you through it. Anything that's incoming, you'll just get right away. And usually if you respond, it'll respond to the phone number that the incoming message was to. But yeah, I can definitely try and make a more accurate tutorial than that. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Mercy, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Mercy asks, cheapest one line unlimited annual plan with Verizon. Left Total Wireless, looking at US Mobile Unlimited starter. Anything better out there? Mercy, yeah. So I'd be curious how come you left Total? Because Total right now is technically the best value in the industry. Let me just pull up their plan. And the reason Total Wireless is the best value is because of their BYOD promotion. So they're offering 50% off. I guess they're specifically offering Metro and Cricket with this promotion, but I think they're still doing 50% off all plans if you just bring your own device. And so you can get the Total 5G Unlimited plan, $25, incredible value. Or you can get the Total 5G Plus plan, $30, also incredible. This one is going to be better if you want that Disney Plus premium subscription included. But overall, I think price to performance, these can't be beaten. If you want my overall number one pick, it's going to be Visible Plus. I don't think there's anything better after Total Wireless. That is, there's nothing better than the annual Visible Plus Pro plan, or excuse me, just the regular Visible Plus plan. You can get Visible Plus Pro, but that's really only if you want that Apple Watch line, is my opinion. Regular Visible Plus, $35. This is cheaper with the annual plan. Oh, I turned off the annual discounts. Let's turn those back on. Boom. So if you do Visible Plus annual, down to $31 a month, taxes and fees included, unlimited priority data on Verizon, unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second, 1080p video streaming, plenty fast in my opinion. Again, watch add-on, $10 a month. If you do want the watch, go ahead and upgrade to Visible Plus Pro, and then some decent international features. But for the price, like for regular pricing, Visible Plus is the best option. But if you are able to get that BYOD total plan, that's really great too. I will say for my limited experience, I signed up for Total early on, and I prefer Visible when it comes to the mobile app and website. So yeah, Mercy, I hope that is helpful. I'm curious, how come you're not going with, or how come you left Total Wireless rather? US Mobile Unlimited starter is really good. Again, that's the plan I'm on. It's just not unlimited. So it depends on what your specific needs are. So if we go, you want the Warp one. And if you grab, so Warp is Verizon. Annual version is going to be $23, 35 gigs of high-speed data. Okay, did I say that earlier? I can't remember how much. I think I might have said 25 gigs. Well, I am paying for this plan, and so I'm overpaying because I'm using 8.2 gigs. Either way, 35 gigs of high speed and then 1 megabit per second. Plenty of data for me, probably plenty of data for you. It is priority on Verizon, so that's excellent. 10 gigs of hotspot data at full speeds and 720p video streaming. And you do have the option to add a watch or a tablet as well. So great value plan. It is cheaper than Visible and could be worth considering. Just depends on what your needs are. I'll throw out one more. Mobile X does have a really compelling unlimited plan. It's this one right here. It's going to be more expensive, so maybe like $27 after tax, but 199 gigs of high-speed priority data, 10 gigs of hotspot, and 480p video. So those are some good options. Hopefully that helps, Mercy, and good luck. I think if I were in your shoes, I would probably look at Visible, and then depending on your data needs, if you use 35 gigs or less, US Mobile in a heartbeat. I mean, that's literally what my personal number is on. So, and you can check the video description. I actually updated that with all kinds of deals and promos going on right now. So feel free to give that a look as well. All right. Travis, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. VGraph is upset right now. He thinks you're ignoring his question and it was personal. VGraphs, I'm so sorry I missed that. I'm just trying to go through the super chats first. Should he get Visible Plus for $30 a month for 24 months or Verizon Business Unlimited Pro for $35 a month for unlimited QCI 8 plus 200 gigs of hotspot? VGraphs or Travis, I guess, thank you for standing in for your friend and giving him the recognition he deserves. VGraphs, if I'm in your shoes, I'm going to be honest, I'm going Visible Plus all day, every day. I don't think it's worth the extra $5 a month. I mean, the 200 gigs of hotspot is insane. If you're a heavy hotspot user, like, sure, it's, not a bad plan, but I think I would save the $5 and go with Visible Plus personally. And honestly, this might sound crazy to you all, but I think Visible Plus has a better app than Verizon. I don't know what the business side of things looks like, but I know, like, from personal experience, I've tried transferring a Verizon eSIM from one phone to another phone, and the system just fails constantly. It was to the point where, I test a bunch of devices, I go out, I run speed tests. I needed to get a Verizon network on my Samsung phone. I went to the Verizon website, I tried to transfer my eSIM, didn't work, system failed. I would have to call or go to a physical Verizon store. Didn't want to do that, and so I went on the Visible app. Took me, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I swapped right over. So uh, that's what happened. Bgraphs, we should ban this Travis guy. But he just got your question answered. I don't understand. It's like teamwork over there. Um, yeah. So I guess Bgraphs, hopefully that does answer your question. I would go Visible Plus, and especially because you're joining a friend's account. Sometimes it's better just to have your own account that you can manage. You can swap your SIM anytime you want to. When you start bundling in with your friends, like, yeah, you can get a great deal, but also sometimes you get, I don't know, it's more tricky to do certain things on the account. And plus, taxes and fees will be potentially a lot on Verizon. So, like, instead of $35 a month, that could easily be $45 a month. So keep that in mind. Raymond, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Raymond says, "Hi Stetson, thank you for all your hard work. What do you think of Red Pocket Mobile? I see their plans seem great." Yeah, we just talked about Red Pocket Mobile. Funny enough, at the beginning of the stream, so I'll do a quick rehash here. Red Pocket, great plans. If we pull up the website, they actually upgraded their plans. So I think the Essentials and the Plus plans are the same. It's also really funny, by the way, that when I first added these to the website, they called them Unlimited Essentials, Unlimited Plus, Unlimited Premium, Unlimited Elite. These are not unlimited plans. They're your standard MVNO plans where you get a certain allotment of high speed data and then your speeds are slowed. And if you go into their little pop up here, you can see that is currently 50 gigabytes. So yeah, the prices are great, especially for your first month. The yearly discount looks like insane, very good. And at the same time, I do think US Mobile is a little bit better. So what I talked about, Raymond, at the start of this stream is take a look at the unlimited premium plan here. Regular price, $30. Okay. I mean, you can save a little if you grab it now, $15 for your first month, but $30. And what you're getting is basically 50 gigs of high-speed data and then 5 gigs of hotspot on AT&T. You can go to, let's just do US Mobile. You can grab US Mobile's unlimited starter plan, $23. Actually, this is $19 a month for your first year. Okay, so that's like an insanely good value. Taxes and fees included. Red Pocket, taxes are going to be extra. Instead of 50 gigs, you're now getting 70 gigs of high-speed data on AT&T. And instead of 5 gigs of hotspot, you're getting 20 gigabytes of hotspot. So you're getting a pretty substantial increase in both high-speed data and hotspot data. So in my opinion, I would look at US Mobile probably before Red Pocket. Even the regular month-to-month price on this is $25, which is still really good. And this is actually going to be better than both of Red Pocket's plans, right? Because if we look at Red Pocket, it's $30 and then $40. And the $40 plan, it matches the hotspot. It ups it to 20 gigs, but it's still only 50 gigs of high-speed data. So you get more high-speed data at a better price with US Mobile Unlimited Starter, whether you go for the monthly option you see here, or you grab that annual option with the insane discount. So it's not that Red Pocket's plans are bad per se. It's just that I think right now US Mobile is a better option. So, and I think US Mobile has a way better app, customer service, just like all these little things that add up for making a great experience. So, and in terms of the cheaper plans, I mean, Essentials, $10 for a gig. You can grab US Mobile's $10 2 gig plan. So double the data there. And $20 for 10 gigs. US Mobile, I think, again, is better here. You can do $20 for 10 gigs, so same price, tax included. So it would be a little bit less with their just regular 10 gig plan. Or they have, actually, It's kind of funny. They removed this plan from their site and then have added it back. And I need to go ahead and add it back to my site. But it's this unlimited flex plan. And that's going to be 1750 for 10 gigs of data. So that's also less than Red Pocket. That is an annual plan though. If you wanted monthly, you could do Mobile X. Really like Mobile X's offer. And that's going to be, where is it? Here we go, 15 bucks, maybe 17 bucks after tax for 10 gigs. So yeah, Raymond, I hope that is helpful. Like Red Pocket's plans are good. And I also think there are just better plans out there right now. So yeah, I would look at US Mobile. That's my take. Ricardo asks, hey Stetson, can having a VPN affect your coverage speeds? Ricardo, the answer is yes. If you have a VPN, your performance might be a little bit slower. And this is due to your traffic being routed to the VPN servers, and through that. Is it usually that much of a difference? I don't think so. But it can depend, obviously, from VPN to VPN and what systems they're using. But in general, it is a little bit slower. I would say maybe 10 to 20% slower. I don't have the full details on that though, so don't quote me. And I also don't think it really matters that much. And like the benefits you get from using a VPN are that you get full 4K video streaming, and that's really nice to see as well. Slampleton71 is saying, as someone who suffered through Red Pocket for 1 month, they are not worth the hassle, especially if US Mobile is an option. Yeah, I'm with you, Slampleton. I think US Mobile is just, it's a better price, which is definitely something to consider. And it's just a better experience, a better app, better customer service. People are very knowledgeable and friendly over there. I feel like when I chat with Red Pocket, it's not as much. Alex Stark, great question. Great to see you in live chat, by the way. What's up, Stetson? Just joined the live. So sorry if this was already asked or answered. Do you know if US Mobile fixed the small issue where RCS/visual voicemail only works on certain networks? Thanks. Alex, I have excellent news to you and for everyone else watching. The answer is yes. US Mobile has fixed all of the RCS issues. Fun fact, though, it wasn't actually US Mobile. I think this was related to Apple and or the parent carrier. They needed to push through a new carrier bundle. That's like when you go into your phone settings and it says like carrier version 53.0 or whatever. That needed to be updated. And there's good news. So the network that was missing the features was AT&T. And now with iOS 18.5, the newest release, that is fixed. So if you sign up for US Mobile on Darkstar, on Warp, or on Lightspeed, you will get RCS messaging and a bunch of all the other features I think are now fully supported. So that is excellent to see. Just make sure you're on iOS 18.5 and those features will work. Doug Z says, I live in a Dish Wireless native area and tried to get a Boost Rainbow SIM card, but was told by the store rep the only way to get a Rainbow SIM card is buying a Boost mobile phone. Is this true? Anyone know? Doug, the answer is that is false. Yeah, I think the rep may have been trying to get a sale off of you. I'm not going to lie. I think they do earn commission on device sales. So that could have been what was motivating that. But the answer is you can get another phone, bring your own device, and get activated on the Boost Mobile native network. That said, I was just trying to think. I ended up buying this, my personal iPhone from Boost, and I just paid full price to get it unlocked. And the other device I have is I also purchased from Boost. But I know if you have an iPhone, for example, and it's compatible with the Boost mobile network or the Dish native network, it is possible to activate it on that network. I'm not sure what governs that, what decides that, if you get a Rainbow SIM or not, basically, but it's 100% possible. I think the rep was just trying to get a sale off of you. Cool 30. Hi, Stetson. How do you feel about the T-Mobile free iPhone 16 Pro, not Pro Max? No trading required on the Experience Beyond plan. Cool 30. I really like this deal. Okay. I'm embarrassed to say I was thinking of getting it myself. I always like having a SIM card on every network to test it out, especially with the Coverage Map app. Just make sure everything is working smoothly, working properly. And I'm tempted, you guys. I'm tempted to go into my local T-Mobile store, sign up for the crazy expensive Experience Beyond plan, and get a free iPhone 16 Pro. I'm tempted. I do think, like, how come T-Mobile's doing this, right? I think it's because their new plans are kind of bad. It's not that they're bad, but they're expensive. I think people are seeing the prices. They're seeing that T-Mobile, they're not the uncarrier anymore, you guys. They are the carrier, the re-carrier. They're just they lived long enough to see themselves become the villain. They're expensive. They've been raising prices, jacking them up, trying to increase shareholder value, get their stock up. And I think people were leaving or unhappy about it. Like, there's nothing less consumer friendly than going from taxes and fees included, easy, amazing, to taxes and fees excluded, right? Like, what is T-Mobile doing? Obviously not caring about you, the consumer. So I think people were leaving or thinking about leaving or not signing up. And that sweet iPhone 16 Pro deal is to get people to sign up. And it might just work on me. Beckett Fitz, I heard that Mint Mobile is slower than other T-Mobile MVNOs. Have you heard this? Beckett, I have not heard that. And from a technical standpoint, it shouldn't be true. So Mint Mobile is the same priority as T-Mobile Essentials, as Metro by T-Mobile, as pretty much all, as US Mobile. Every other Red Pocket, speaking of Red Pocket, every other T-Mobile MVNO is that it starts at the same level as Mint. If you use over 35 gigs of data on the Mint Mobile Unlimited plan and on Metro, then you will be deprioritized to QCI 9. And then sure, maybe your speeds will be a little bit slower. But Mint Mobile versus other MVNOs, it's the same. You have the same network priority. It's QCI 7. I think that is, if people were reporting that, probably some other differences were causing that. It should be the same. Joey S., is the BYOD promo from Total Wireless still worth it? I'm trying to help my parents pick a plan from them, but I'm worried how long the promo will last. Thanks, Stetson. Yeah, Joey, I think it's... Sorry, did I just leave? That's like so embarrassing. I think I just like right clicked and then hit like go back or something. Anyway, Joey, apologies for that. Thank you for your patience and for hanging in there. Yes, the BYOD promo is 100% worth it. If you go to the Total Wireless website or I guess a Total Wireless store, like if you were able to get this deal, it is the best deal in wireless right now. And I should really probably check it out in terms of just the mobile app and what the experience is like and things such as that. But yeah, in terms of price performance, I mean, you're not going to get a better value than this. It is so good. It is so good. I think I've mentioned that I like Visible. I think they have a better app, but price to performance, I mean, Visible, right? It'd be $31 a month with the annual plan on Visible. And you can do $25 per month on Total. Plus, you can manage multiple lines on Total Wireless. And Joey, this might be important for you, but if you're helping your parents, I mean, it sounds like they have multiple lines. So it would be probably worth it to go with Total just because it's easier to manage multiple lines. All right, we got another super chat. Green, thank you so much. Great to see you in the comment section in the chat. What are your thoughts on AT&T getting 4.9 spectrum? Green, that is a great question, and I'm honestly unsure. Like, is this related to... Let me see. Just quickly Google this right now. Oh, it looks like it purchased assets from US Cellular. Is that perhaps correct? I guess broadly speaking, the more spectrum that the carriers have, typically the better. They're typically able to use it in an effective way, provide either more coverage or faster speeds or do something awesome. So I think it's a good one. Rameth, that's leaving us with a cliffhanger. Could you imagine? No, I literally just moved my mouse. I think accidentally clicked on something and boom, everything was gone. And I was like, uh-oh, that is not good. Oh, PA Tech Networking Adventures says the 4.9 thing was FirstNet. Okay. Yeah, Green, I guess, unfortunately, I don't feel like I know enough to really comment on that. Let's see what else we got. Welcome back. Yeah. Sorry about that. I went dark like Dark Star. Yeah, Hudson, thank you so much. Saw your video you posted today. I wasn't expecting the video clip of you testing cellular speeds, living your best life. Yeah, it was that's some of my favorite footage that we've captured. So for those of you who didn't know or may not have known, when I got to plug this. Hang on, coveragemap.com, launch map. All right, we launched, this is it. We launched coveragemap.com in the UK and Canada, okay? We got to say it's here, confetti sounds. It's really cool, 3D view, right? I love this, never gets old. And you can go ahead, all carriers, you can look at EE, you can look at O2, Vodafone, you can zoom in. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, I think it's awesome. And we launched in Canada. How do you switch networks? It's up in the top. You just click the country and then find the country you want to switch to, Canada. I wish the map auto zoomed in, but it doesn't. So you gotta, manually travel your way across the water, across the pond, if you will. And then, yeah, you can compare coverage in Canada. Click on Square and see what the data speed's 420 down. It's pretty good. Anyway, if you missed the launch video that I made for this, I wonder if I can pull that up. I'll try and pull it up off screen for a second. But I had some really fun video footage in there from, oh, sorry about that. Got to route the audio through the headphones. There we go. And then I got to go to my channel. I went on this epic trip to Utah. Utah's an incredible state if you haven't been there. We went to Sand Hollow State Park. It's literally just sand dunes. Normally, I associate sand dunes with beach, but this is just like desert, dry sand dunes. Rented a ATV and just went ripping around. And of course, while I was there, I was speed testing. I had my phone, it was Samsung Galaxy. I still have it. It was like the S22 or I think the S22 Ultra or maybe the 21 Ultra. And you can see it's like my hand is outside of the vehicle running tests. It was incredible. Let me pull that up for you because it was just, oh my God, it was incredible. That was some of my favorite footage that we captured on that trip. Yeah, here it is. You get to enjoy live stream. This is also, you can just watch it. So this is Sand Hollow State Park, right? And we were driving around here. So hang on, this is me talking. Yeah, so this is me. You can see my hand is, it's outside the ATV holding a phone running speed tests. Yeah, I mean, what did I say? We go to this epic place. What's the first thing that I do? Got to run speed tests. And it was everywhere on this trip. I mean, just hiking, going around everywhere in Utah, running tests, just trying to see what coverage was like. It was awesome. I loved it. Really, really cool. So that was just from the launch video that went live today. I built crowdsourced cellular coverage maps in Canada and the UK. Yeah, very fun. Really enjoyed that. Noah, man, well, what was coverage like there? Well, Noah, man, I'm so happy you asked. We have this incredible feature on the coverage map site. Am I signed in? No, let me quickly sign in and then I'll show you the incredible feature and what the speeds were like. All right, sign in with Google. All right, I think we're cooking. Let's go back to United States. And then, yes. All right, so check this out. I'm signed in. And we have this incredible feature. When you're signed in to coveragemap.com, you can go, best download, show my speed test only. Boom. I've got a lot of speed tests in here, so it takes a little bit to load. But we can go in to Utah. And this is it, Sand Hollow State Park, the HOV. This is where I was ripping around and just like running tests. Looks like slow is the answer. No, I meant slow. 29 megabits per second. That was just AT&T. Let's do all and then maybe best. Oh, Verizon was best. 84 on Verizon versus just the 29 on AT&T. 39 here, 61 there. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. It was sparse. Where else did we go on this trip? We were in Zion National Park. Here's like some random test I did. Springdale, Utah, 53 down, 0.48 up. Slow on the upload. Slow on the upload. Where else? Zion was definitely big. Yeah, hiking around. I think this might have been on like that famous hike, Angel's Landing, something like that, or around that area. Yeah, just a great trip, great park. Anyway, yeah, that's what coverage and speeds were like. I think definitely better in St. George. 64.1. Oof, kind of slow. I guess I got to go back. This is probably before all the new 5G deployments. That's all that means. Well, anyway, we got some more questions coming in. Jordan, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Are you planning on doing any testing of satellite phone service, like with T-Mobile Starlink or Skylo when they launch later this year? Jordan, that is a great question. Currently, I guess I don't have any plans, but I probably should test it out. Is that something you guys are interested in? I'm just curious. Boy next door, a random person would have thought you were just taking a lot of selfies. Could you imagine, guys, just like ripping through on an ATV, arm without held? You're probably right, because that's what most people like. If you see someone like this looking at their phone, you're gonna think they're taking a selfie. Oh God, no! I was running speed tests. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Mark, great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you're so welcome. Sonic the Anonymous Hedgehog. Does your app log the bands the tests are run on? It's possible for an area to have coverage, but a phone to not have service if it doesn't support the bands used there. I think at the moment we are not logging bands, but we should be able to get access to that on Android and hopefully, bring some more functionality and capability to the Android app with that. But I will not announce anything until it is in the works and or actually shipped. So hopefully we can improve it, is what I will say for now. Thomas, what's the cheapest unlimited plan for the money that is the best service in Boca Raton, Florida? Thomas, you ask a fabulous question. Let's find out. So, easiest way to find out, in my opinion, is to head on over to this legendary site called coveragemap.com. And we're just going to go check coverage. And we're going to punch in Boca Raton, Florida. And yeah, it looks like Boca Raton, Palm Beach County, Florida. Boom. All right, let's compare what we got here. T-Mobile, coverage 100%, median download speeds 164.9, very fast. Reliability 8.3 out of 10. All right, seems very good. Verizon, almost the same coverage, slower median speeds though. Reliability 5.9 out of 10. And then we got AT&T, maxed out coverage 59.1 megabits per second and 5.2 out of 10. So, I mean, based on these numbers, it does look like in Boca Raton, T-Mobile is probably going to be your best bet. If we go ahead and open up that map and let's look at all of the tests and then just go to Boca Raton, Florida. Let's just take a look at what crowdsourced data is showing in this area. So we're in the best carrier view right now, which automatically colors the squares by the carrier with the best performance. I'm looking at the best download speed. And so looking at this map, it does seem like T-Mobile, it's probably a toss-up kind of between T-Mobile and maybe Verizon in some areas, maybe AT&T as you get farther away from the beach. But definitely seems like, for the most part, T-Mobile. And what you can actually do is if you look at the larger squares, it chunks everything up. And yeah, I mean, I would say T-Mobile probably the fastest speeds. If we go ahead and look at the signal strength map, this will let us kind of compare what reception is looking like. I mean, yeah, Verizon, looks like it's just absolutely blanketed in this area. AT&T, same deal, and T-Mobile, actually surprisingly fewer towers, but still looks like the Boca Raton, like the main city area, is absolutely covered. So I think from what we can tell here, it's probably going to be T-Mobile as your best bet. If I'm looking for good T-Mobile plans, so let's do coverage T-Mobile. I'm going to assume, Thomas, you want a limited plan, but that could be mistaken. Let's actually reset this one line and do annual, new customer, regular price, and then the T-Mobile, and then unlimited as well. I would say like my personal pick right now is going to be Mint Mobile. Yeah, Mint Mobile's unlimited annual plan. You can currently grab this for $20 a month for your first year, and that's a really good one. I just want to open that in a new tab. That is a really good value. So get started. Premium wireless, $15. No thanks. Let's go to our plan, shop plans. Yeah, so it's this guy right here. It's the unlimited plan at $20 a month, $240 up front. Really, really good value. I actually did sign up for this myself when I recently made a Mint Mobile video, and I tossed that on my S25 Ultra. It's truly unlimited. Like, what do you get with this plan? It is truly unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized. I don't think that matters on the T-Mobile network. Still should probably test that out and figure out what it does, but I don't think it matters. 10 gigs of hotspot, 480p video streaming. You can get around that by using a VPN and some decent international features. For the price, I don't think this plan can be beaten. If you did want unlimited, you could also consider, the other good one is actually Google Fi right now. So if we go back to the plans, you can do US Mobile Unlimited Starter, Unlimited Premium. Unlimited Premium is going to do 100 gigs of high speed, then 50 gigs of hotspot, 720p video. Great plan. Annual $33, monthly $44. Metro by T-Mobile, new customers. This is also a pretty decent plan, but they changed it. You can no longer activate this online. You have to go to a store and you have to bring your own device. And there's also no hotspot. So a deal breaker for me personally. Tello, pretty good. Helium, decent. Nothing is better than Mint. I would say the only plan that I would consider here is Google Fi, because Google Fi has been offering some pretty good deals and discounts, and they're unlimited. I guess this is more expensive than I thought it was. I was thinking for families, that's what it was. If you get a family, Thomas, and this price drops like $25 or something, it's really good. But Google Fi Unlimited Standard, it does give you priority data, 25 gigs of hotspot, and a free watch line. So that could be a great option as well. But yeah, I would say Mint, probably number one. Maybe Metro if you prefer to pay month to month. And Google Fi is another good option to look at as well. Oh man, you guys are just full of questions. What else we got cooking in here? Cool 30. Hi Stetson, what do you think about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge? Looks expensive. Yeah, Cool 30. Samsung basically slotted this in between the Galaxy S25 Plus and the S25 Ultra. I don't think it's worth it. Like, you want to see crazy good deals? This is, it's just unreal. Add to stream, Swappa, Galaxy S25 Plus. It's like the same phone as the Plus, right? And you can now, oh no, it's so, you can grab a Galaxy S25 Plus for $747 off of Swappa. 742, unlocked silver, mint condition. Just unreasonably good. If you wanted the regular Galaxy S25, which I think is actually a better size in the hand, Galaxy S25, unlocked, stop. Okay, $598. That's still such a good deal. And if you go past the sponsor section, yeah, $598. That's so good. Good condition, unlocked mint. Yeah, so Cool 30, I think it is expensive. I don't think it's worth it. I will say, I saw some tech reviewers bashing on the thinness, right? People want more battery. They don't want a thinner phone. But when you hold a thin phone, like sometimes it just feels so good in the hand. Like the cases makes it chunky. It's like when it's like you take your current phone, right? Cool 30. I'm imagining you have a case on, and when you take the case off and you're like, wow, it's this thin, it's this light. It's kind of nice. Okay, I actually can't get this case off. It's hugging the phone pretty firmly. But here's another example, like absolutely chongus case that I bought off of Amazon. Very affordable. It was like $15. And then you rock it no case, and it's like so thin, so light. There is some appeal. I don't think it's worth the price difference. I don't think people should buy it. I'd be curious if they made a thicker phone, right? And what that would do. Joys of the San Joaquin Valley. Hey, how's it going? Great to see you here. Sonic the Anonymous Hedgehog. I wonder why you haven't promoted the annual variant of US Mobile Unlimited Starter much. My sister found the free 5 gig eSIM very useful when traveling to Japan, and it's not included on the monthly. That's a great point. Yeah, I don't know. I think for most people, it's better to start off with a month-to-month plan versus jumping into an annual commitment. So, start off with 1 month on US Mobile Unlimited Starter and then switch to the annual option if you think that works for you. But yeah, definitely you get savings and you get nice perks like the free eSIM. So definitely try and mention that more. Yeah, cool 30. I do use. Yeah, so if you take your phone out of the case, it feels nice. It feels nice. It's thin, it's light, it slips in your pocket. The battery is small. You're right. You're right. People like big phones and big batteries. That's why they have the Chongus, the S25 Ultra. I mean, this is as brick of a phone as you can buy right now. It's a very nice brick. Very expensive, very nice brick. Oh, Jordan, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. And thank you for your patience. I think I missed this. My current for 2 phones is Total 5G Plus and US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, unlimited data and Disney Plus for 2 phones on 2 networks. $40 is a great deal. That's all thanks to you. Jordan, that is amazing. I'm just like reading this and smiling. Like 2 phones on 2 different networks, $40 a month, and you're getting Disney Plus. Like Jordan, that is highway robbery right there. You were just stealing. It's got to be stealing. I mean, that is such a good deal. That is such a good deal. Ooh, this one looks challenging. Aria Music Records. Hey Stetson, $32.50 US Mobile, $25.35 Verizon Biz Pro 5G versus Total 5G Plus. For my family, we travel to Europe and Asia every 4 to 8 months. I personally use 50 to 150 gigs a month. Verizon is best in my area. Let me know. Arya, that is a fantastic question. I'm just thinking international use, right? I guess my follow-up for you is, do you need texting and calling while abroad? If you don't, then I think you should consider checking out our friends at eSIM.db. We were just talking about them earlier on the stream. And consider grabbing an affordable eSIM plan. It sounds like you're in Europe, Asia. Let's say, almost picked like, let's say you go to France, right? You can use this site. You can find a plan that gives you data while you're in France or wherever you are in Europe for a reasonable rate. And this is very good, but it is data only. If it turns out you do need calls and texts, I would probably, yeah, I'd probably look at something different. I mean, totals, like the plans you're on now are excellent value, right? And Verizon Business might even be better because of the international travel options that are included. That's just what I'm thinking, right? Because otherwise, yeah, otherwise, I mean, like US Mobile Unlimited Premium, it's only 100 gigs though, and you're pushing 150. I mean, yeah, maybe your line you throw on Visible Plus, right? Or excuse me, Visible Plus Pro. Oops, prop, not. Boom. Visible Plus Pro. Oh, we gotta take off our T-Mobile network filter. And I mean, $38, still a crazy good plan. This will give you the unlimited you need, unlimited priority on Verizon. It'll include a watch if you need that. And then if you get the annual option, you get 24 free international days per year. I think that's pretty good. And would likely cover some of your trips. Other than that, $10 a day, it is expensive. That definitely adds up. Verizon might not be a bad deal. But yeah, with Total, I mean, it's fabulous. It doesn't include anything like roaming in 15 plus countries. I guess this is Latin America, but you're going to Europe and Asia, so that wouldn't really help. So I mean, look, REF, if I were in your shoes, I would probably try and optimize for a plan here in the United States. And I think to do that, I would either put all lines on US Mobile because they make it super easy to manage multiple lines from a single account. Like just their online dashboard looks incredible, easy to manage, and they have some really compelling plans. But I'm just thinking again, Verizon coverage and unlimited premium. It's not unlimited on Verizon. It's 100 gigs. All right, so scrap US Mobile. I think you got it. I mean, I think it is Total because you can get a great discount. I mean, even the regular price at this point. Let's just do shop all plans. And no, I don't want to give you my zip code. Let's punch this up. I'm assuming 4 lines. This is probably wrong, but I mean, even if it's 4 lines, right? Like 27.50 or $30 a line, really, really good. You can manage all lines from one place. And then when you go abroad, you would just grab a a plan local to the country you're visiting, or scoop up an international eSIM plan from not from eSIM.db, but like you can use eSIM.db to like compare and find the best option. So yeah, I think that's what I would say. All right, yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you are able to stack a bunch of lines on Verizon, the Business Pro plan, that might work well also. But, you know, I think taxes and fees would probably make that more expensive and just something to be mindful of. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I think I would probably go Total. Yeah, that's my answer. I feel like this is multiple choice. Like I'm taking an exam. What's the best answer? Is it C? Is it no longer C? Did they switch it to B because everyone figured out that statistically most answers were C? Let's see. Thomas, what do you use to find the phone service for so much cheaper? When I looked at Metro Starter, $40. That is crazy. I guess Metro has a BYOD deal. We can talk about them a little bit here. If you take a look at the website and you just go to bring your phone plans, then you can see $25. Unlimited, if you activate in-store and bring your number, subject to a $35 activation fee. If you order online, then it's just 10 gigs, which is not good. So don't do this one, do this one. And in game 69, what do you think about Infimobile? Their prices are very cheap. Let's find out. I haven't added them to the website, so that means I haven't been following them. Looks like they've got some decent plans, really compelling price points here. I dislike the special offers though. Let's do 1 month. Okay. 10 gigs, unlimited 15 gigs. 15 gigs for $15. Okay, but it's 25. You know what? I think my default answer is just going to come in here. It's probably better to consider US Mobile. Not that these plans are bad. I just think overall experience on US Mobile has a high probability of being a little bit better, is my take. Oh, perfect, Zach. Hey, Stetson, thanks for telling me about the Helium Zero plan last time. It's perfect for secondary device like an iPad. Zach, that is a fantastic idea. Never even crossed my mind, and something I should probably look into. Yeah. Ito Sensato. Helium Mobile, they offer some good plans. I mean, we can take a look. I want to give the design team at Helium a shout. I think they have a clean website and a very sensible mobile application. When you review cell phone plans for so long, the mobile app is really the only differentiator because the network is the same. I guess in Helium's case, you get access to the Helium network, but I don't think that's as compelling. Where did the plans go? See our plans. Okay, it looks pretty, but is tricky to get the actual details. Helium Zero, it's 3 gigs. What am I even doing? I should just go to my website. Go to my website, Helium. And let's get rid of the unlimited data because they have some plans that are not unlimited. Boom. Helium Zero, it's literally free. 3 gigs of high-speed data, no hotspot. Allegedly 4K streaming. I should probably double check that. I do have it active on some plan, on some phone here. You can do Helium Mobile Air, $15 for 10 gigs. Great price. I think the only carriers to do $15 for 10 gigs that I'm aware of. Red Pocket with their promotion, I think. I'm not even sure about that anymore as I say it. For sure, Mobile X and US Mobile. And then Helium Mobile Infinity. This one's not worth it. I would go with Mint Mobile over this, but 36 gigs of high speed, deprioritized, and 5 gigs of hotspot. 4K video though, allegedly. I think I should say like unconfirmed, because I should probably check that out first. But yeah, they're good value, and you know you can potentially earn some rewards with their crypto earning scheme. So something to think about, I guess. I like what they're doing. I like what they're building. Zach, what do you think is the best plan for hotspot use as main internet? Think RV setting. Zach, that's a good question. You know what? I'm partially going to defer this. I don't know if you've heard of RV mobile internet Internet Resource Center. Let's see if it comes up. Boom. Yeah. These guys are amazing. It's run by Sherry and Chris and their team, and they have just all of the resources you could possibly need for picking a data plan for an RV setup. So they have the plans listed out here. Verizon business plan, 105 gigs of hotspot. Mobile must-have, 50 gigs to unlimited a hotspot. Verizon's got some options. AT&T business wireless broadband. T-Mobile through the Galaxy Institute has some pretty good options for unlimited data. Starlink is on here. And you can check out, they have a YouTube channel as well. Getting lots of data. Shopping, I don't want the intro. Mid-20s, like they just updated the video. Let's see, when was this published? 5 days ago. Zach, this is your lucky, I'm putting this in the chat right now. 5 days ago, this for sure will have the answer to your question. In the meantime, if I was picking a plan, I would probably consider Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, right? Because Unlimited Ultimate now comes with 200 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot before unlimited hotspot at 6 megabits per second. And that's fast enough for everyday use. I think that's perfectly acceptable. And if you did want more fast hotspot data, you can grab 100 extra gigabytes for just $10. So I think this is definitely a plan to consider. Visible might meet your needs, but it is 10 or 15 megabits per second, right? So you've got to keep that in mind. Visible Plus, either the annual or the regular, unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second. Maybe that works for you. And if it does, great. That's half the price of Verizon. So that alone could be worth it. Or Visible Plus Pro, it ups it from 10 megabits per second to unlimited at 15 megabits per second. And you get 4K video, which is really nice. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably look at Verizon or Visible. I guess if it were me, I don't feel like I would use that much data, and I would probably consider Visible Plus or Visible Plus Pro. I'd probably go Visible Plus because it's cheaper. But yeah, and then Verizon as well. So Zach, I hope that helps. I think honestly though, this is Sherry from the RV Mobile Internet Resource Center. I'm sure this video is incredible. I would definitely suggest giving this a watch. I should probably watch this myself so I know what's up, but I think it's going to be incredible and help you out. We have another super chat. I'm just trying to read the name right now. Incineratum. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Appreciate the super chat. What carriers have you used throughout your life as a main one, and why? I remember you had T-Mobile postpaid despite advocating for MVNOs. Yeah, so the journey, the undocumented journey that is unfortunately becoming hazier and hazier as the years go on. My parents got me my first phone, the Samsung SGH T369. Horrible phone, 0 out of 10. Don't recommend it at all, but I threw it up on my website. A little about me. This is the phone right here, the Samsung SGH T369. Just horrendous. The smallest keypads on the dial button. I mean, hard to press, not good. Camera was potato quality, awful. But this was very cheap. It was on T-Mobile prepaid. They had a plan, $15 a month, unlimited texts, and 10 cents a minute per call. And I wouldn't call that much, like 5 minutes or whatever. So it was like 15 to $20 a month. Perfect for my parents. Then I was like, I need a data plan. This was after years. What I did is I was like, first, this phone is awful. I need a new one. I learned you could buy phones unlocked. Oh, I got to throw in a picture of an iPhone here. But I bought an iPhone 5 unlocked from Apple. And if you go back on my YouTube channel, you'll see this iPhone kicking around. Great phone. Loved it. And I had the iPhone, but it was on the cheap T-Mobile plan. I don't know if you've tried using an iPhone without data. Awful experience. Nothing works. Maps don't work. Weather doesn't. Well, maps kind of work because it has GPS, but weather won't load. iMessage doesn't work. It was literally an iPhone, but the worst of iPhone because I was still using SMS. So I decided I need a data plan. And that's kind of how the whole channel got started. I started doing research into this. T-Mobile prepaid. I went to Cricket. I found, guys, this is crazy. I found on Reddit a Cricket family plan. And so instead of being with my actual family, I joined a Reddit family and I was on a Cricket plan. I think it was $20 was my line, all tax and fees included. And I think it had 2.5 gigs of data. I think it used to be like 1 gig, and then I think they upped it to 2 gigs, and then it was like 2.5 gigs. After Cricket, I was like, I don't need data, and I switched to AT&T prepaid. They had a talk and text plan. I think it was $10 a month for basically the same thing. $10, unlimited texting, 10 cents a minute for calls. So crazy cheap. I was on that. At some point, I was on US Mobile because I did US Mobile as a review. They were like one of my first carriers. And I think I built my own plan. And then that might have also been a secondary line. Okay, so then let's see, AT&T prepaid. Then where did I go after that? I think I was in college, and I did a video on Mint Mobile. And so I think I switched from AT&T prepaid to Mint Mobile, or US Mobile to Mint Mobile. One of the two. I'm trying to think. It might have been US Mobile. I might have been on US Mobile, and then I switched to Mint Mobile. And then I was on Mint for quite a while, and that was awesome. And then I switched from Mint to US Mobile, I think. No, I think I switched from Mint to T-Mobile. T-Mobile Essentials, because my friend Austin challenged me with a $100 super chat. That was so not worth it. Terrible experience. I then was on Mobile X for a hot minute. It was early days Mobile X, so I had time to improve. I switched to Boost for a hot minute. Awful. And it wasn't Boost's fault. It was because my line was on the AT&T network, and AT&T in Longmont, awful. Awful. So then I switched. I think I eventually was like, this is silly to port my personal number around so much. And I think I did end up landing it back on US Mobile, the plan I'm on now. I was on the $10 plan for a hot minute, and now I'm on the unlimited starter plan. So there you go. That's my very hazy recounting of what my personal line has been on. It's crazy. Oh my, yeah, I'm just looking at what I put on my website. I reviewed so many carriers and tried them out. T-Mobile prepaid, that was good. Ring Plus, if you remember Ring Plus, drop a comment in the chat right now. Page Plus, still around. I don't think they have good plans. Project Fi, I remember getting I think it wasn't even Pixel. It was the Nexus 5 question mark? No, it was like, because it was like it was like the 5A and the 6P. Wow, unreal. But I did test that. TPO Mobile. I got my mom to switch to TPO Mobile. Terrible experience, unfortunately. I think she entered her PIN or something incorrectly, and that's always causes problems with the mobile networks. And then Freedom Pop. Never actually used Freedom Pop, but had an actual line, Verizon and Twigbee. So yeah, wow, crazy. Been doing this for too long. But yeah, I should probably try and like document that somewhere because otherwise I'll forget, and I'm like already forgetting. But yeah, thank you so much for Incineratum. Appreciate it. Good question. I enjoyed that question. Hopefully I did an okay job retelling the story. Mandel Hall, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I have 2 Verizon Unlimited Welcome plans with military and auto pay discount. One plan has Apple One Family and Max plus Netflix. The sum is $145. Mandel, I am no expert. Well, I try my best actually to know quite a bit about this. It seems like that might be a lot. And so I guess my question is, are you financing any phones? Is that included on there? Otherwise, I mean, yeah, that's crazy. You could, what do you have, Max and Netflix? I don't think I can get you the subscriptions, but I think if you dump everything and get them separate, I think you can get a better deal, right? Like if you do, let's go plans here. Let's help you out. Unlimited Welcome suggests an unlimited plan. So we'll do that. We'll just say, hey, 2 lines. You need Verizon coverage, and let's say unlimited. Boom. So this is the full cost for 2 lines. Visible base. Honestly, if you're on unlimited welcome, visible base would probably work perfectly for you. assuming unlimited welcome works well for you. So Visible Base is truly unlimited data. It's unlimited hotspot at 5 megabits per second, which is, comes in handy in a pinch if you need it. And it's just deprioritized. And for a lot of people, that doesn't even really matter on the Verizon network. And yeah, you'd be $50 flat for the phone service rather. Then you're looking at Apple One Family and Max and Netflix. I don't know what those are, but I'm assuming they're less than $50 a month. Actually, I know I'm paying $40 for Apple One. So, they just say try it free. Here we go, pricing. Okay, if you go family, let's call it $26. Does that sound right? Full price? I mean, maybe we can round up and call it $27 after tax or whatever. Maybe 28 after tax. I'm just thinking about what I pay. So $28. So you're at $78. And then you just need Max and Netflix. Max and Netflix bundle. Let's see. Ooh, that is a Verizon exclusive. All right, so $78. Let's say you get Netflix. What do you want? Standard 1080p. If I were you, I like getting premium. So let's grab Netflix premium. $24.99. Okay, Mendel, this is starting to add up. So we've got the $50 for Visible. We've got the 20. We're calling it 28 for Apple. Now we've got 25 for Netflix. So 103. And then how much is Max? It's now called HBO Max again. Can you believe it, you guys? The worst rebrand in history. Max plans. We want, I guess premium, $20 a month. So 103 plus 21, that is 124, I think. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, 103 plus 21, boom. 124. So there you go, Mendel. We can get you down to 124 with Visible Base. Oops, where did that go? Visible Base for 2 lines. And basically the same features as Verizon Unlimited Welcome. If you wanted to bump up, you do have a little bit of wiggle room and you can get Visible Plus. And that would be a sweet plan. But if you don't need it, right? Don't grab it. And if it turns out you're using less data, my gosh, I mean, the options are limitless. You can grab US Mobile 10 gig. So this is a shared plan, Mandel, right? Where each line would get 5 gigs, or one line gets 3 gigs, the other gets 7 gigs, whatever. 10 gigs shared, $28 flat, taxes and fees included. That is just outrageous. Outrageous. Yeah. US Mobile has a bunch of other, okay, we're in the sponsored section. I'm like, where are the other plans? That's why. There we go. You could also do 30 gigs. I would go Visible, honestly, at that point. Let's see if there's another one. 20 gigs shared for $43. Each line gets about 10 gigs. That could be good as well. Anyway, I think bottom line is you could potentially save if you debundled. And then you can start and stop the subscriptions whenever you want service. I mean, this is what I do, right? Like, I want to watch a show. I love the show Only Murders in the Building. It's only on Hulu. And so what I do is I sign up for Hulu for 1 month. I pay my $20. I enjoy Only Murders in the Building, and then I cancel, and that's it. And it works out beautifully. So I only buy it when I need it. And then the other subscriptions I have I'm like trading with friends, and it's, probably we're operating in a gray area with the terms of service, but, it works out. So to answer your question, is it a good deal, or could I go cheaper and purchase subscriptions separately, all phones paid for, Apple One for music, $17 a month? Okay. I mean, yeah, we did all the math out. You are already saving money by going separate with the Apple One family. So yeah, and that was $28 is what I mentioned. So you'd save $10 extra on top of that. Yeah, hopefully that is helpful, Mandel. I think you should debundle and, consider Visible or US Mobile and start saving money. That's and on saying, yeah, get a way better deal. All right, EM Tech, great to see you here in the chat. Appreciate you as always. In your opinion, which postpaid provider offers the best top tier plan? Wow. That is a great question. I mean, I do have a biased answer, but let's take a moment. Let's see what's cooking here. Top tier plans. T-Mobile. It's going to be Experience Beyond now. Wait, let's reset the filters and do one line. Experience Beyond. Boom. I had to compare. We'll get Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. You know what would have been a much easier question, EM Tech? What carrier offers the worst postpaid plan? I think I have the answer for that. Easy. Where is it? Here it is. AT&T is the answer to that. Easily the worst. Man, this is actually going to be tricky. I'm just thinking about all the perks. Oh, you guys weren't even seeing me add these. They're like, what is he talking about? CZR, just wait for Hulu's Black Friday sale. Yeah, that's actually really smart. But CZR, I do like getting the option that doesn't have ads because I detest ads. I detest ads. EM Tech, I'm assuming you're laughing about which one's the worst because that is such an easy answer. Such an easy answer. All right, boom. Website is cooked. We are here. Let's bring up the original question. All right. I mean, the worst one is AT&T Unlimited Premium. All right. It has the least amount of hotspot data. It's got the most expensive international roaming at $12 a day versus 15 gigs free and 15 gigs free. And it has 0 perks. Okay, excuse me. It has AT&T Active Armor, which is spam protection, and then a $10 discount with the signature program. So, yeah, this plan is awful. In terms of premium plans, it's not necessarily a bad plan, but in terms of premium plans, it's not good. So that really leaves Verizon Unlimited Ultimate and T-Mobile Experience Beyond. My bias here is a little bit towards Verizon, but let's go through. Both are giving you unlimited priority, so I'd love to see that. Different hotspot approaches. And I think advertising-wise, T-Mobile is advertising more, right? 250 gigs versus 200. But let's not kid ourselves. Verizon has hands down better hotspot data because it's 200 gigabytes and then unlimited at 6 megabits per second. That is usable. T-Mobile, 600 kilobits per second. That is unusable. Let's also take a hot second to talk about price. Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, $90. You'll notice, or you'll remember, that you can get 100 gigabytes of extra hotspot data for just a $10 add-on. So for the same price as T-Mobile, you're now getting 300 gigabytes of full speed data before unlimited hotspot data at 6 megabits per second. So baseline, better, hotspot, better. Both offer 4K video. Pricing, Verizon offers $540 off if you bring your own device. So it's going to be cheaper. And you can bundle this. I guess you can bundle both with home internet discounts. In terms of international features, international texting, okay, fine. Get WhatsApp. That solves that problem. 300 minutes to one country, just very weird, I think, but I guess nice. T-Mobile, again, like get WhatsApp or Face, like literally anything else. T-Mobile, $15 for add-on. International roaming in Canada and Mexico, 2 very different approaches. I think T-Mobile's approach is a little bit better here. So Verizon, 2 gigs a day. And this is technically more data. This is about 60 gigs a month. But T-Mobile, you get 30 gigs and it's all at once. I think I would probably prefer 30 gigs all at once because, if I'm there for 10 days, I can really just like blow through it versus Verizon, 2 gigs a day. That said, I showed my usage earlier on the stream. I'm using 8 gigs a month. So, not even 2 gigs a day here in the US. So I'd be fine with either. And then 15 gigs in 210 plus countries. Also great on both. I think Verizon has an advantage with that though. If we go here, yes, Verizon is officially better for international data because they include two big things. They include talk. That's big. T-Mobile, international calls, 25 cents a minute. That can add up very quickly. I mean, you call, what is that? 4 minutes of talking on the phone and you're at $1. So you talk to someone for 40 minutes, boom, $10 extra. So Verizon, way better. And T-Mobile, they slow your speeds to 256 kilobits per second. Verizon, I can't believe it, actually being really nice, giving you 1.5 megabits per second. When it comes to tablets and smartwatches, I think we got to give the dub to T-Mobile here. $5 a month for both, very nice. I would love to see Verizon match that. I mean, that would just it's like making me salivate thinking about a $5 tablet add-on. That's probably a very weird thing to say. It'd be a good deal. It'd be a good deal. All right, let's talk perks. What I like about Verizon is they let you choose what perks you want and you save money. And I did a full breakdown. Can I pull this up easily or no? I did a full breakdown in my recent video on, what was it? It was T-Mobile's new plans. So let me see if I can pull that up because I think that would be very helpful to take a look at. In terms of perks, yeah, so Verizon lets you choose basically whatever you want and you save money no matter what. You save between like, I think $5, $7, $8 a month. T-Mobile, they just give you stuff and you either use it or you don't. I think for both, I would end up saving about $28 a month from the added perks because that's what I would use. But, okay, where did that go? Let's see, quickly scampering through a keynote presentation. Was at the, I guess it was at the end. All right, hang on. Bear with me one second. Where did the perk comparison go? All right, I give up. I don't see it. But yeah, I think to answer your question about the perks, I would use, I would grab easily the Disney Plus bundle, but I also use Netflix and I use Apple TV, but I don't think I would save anything here because I pay for Apple's Premier subscription anyway. A year of AAA, like I have AAA. I don't think that would work. And then Hulu with ads, I would want to upgrade that. So I'd say Verizon's approach is probably a little bit better because you get to customize it, but T-Mobile's is still pretty good. You know, I think I got about $28 of value. The one thing that I really like about T-Mobile EM Tech is annual upgrades. I hate to say it, I'm a sucker. I love getting the new iPhone every year. It's awesome. I love it. It's such a waste of money. It is not worth it. Please don't do it. But I love it. And T-Mobile will give you $1,000 off every year on Experience Beyond, and Verizon will not. So I think feature standpoint, I think Verizon's probably better. And I'd probably, it's cheaper. It's going to be a better deal. And it's got, you know, your flexibility to choose what perks you actually want and will use and will save money with. Whereas T-Mobile is just like, you know, who knows how much of this you'll use. But that annual upgrade is really nice. So I think Verizon is the better plan, better price, better perks, and then T-Mobile better for upgrades. I don't know if I can declare a full winner. I'm going to say Verizon because I think they're more consumer. This is so weird to say, but they're more consumer friendly right now. Like they're actually giving people good features. I think this is the better plan. But gosh darn, do I love upgrading every year. So yeah, I don't know if that really, like what would I sign up for? I don't know. That's tricky. Oh man, you know what? The answer is unlimited ultimate. And it's because if you do a trade-in deal with Verizon, your phone auto unlocks after 60 days. And T-Mobile, I could never do a T-Mobile trade-in deal for my personal device because it would be locked to the T-Mobile network. I guess unless I did it through Apple, in which case it would be unlocked. So yeah. Anyway, that was a good question, EM Tech. Hopefully that helps and you guys found that interesting. I'm curious what you think is the better plan. Are you going Verizon? I mean, Verizon with the BYOD, you stack that, and what is that, $75 a month? That's way cheaper than T-Mobile and a better plan. So I think Verizon's the better value, but man, the free iPhone every year, that's tempting. That's tempting. That's what I'll say. Okay. AJT _, 3.7. I'm with Verizon. What is a cheap unlimited plan? Oh, this is a fabulous question. I think this comes up quite a bit. The answer is, let's go back to my plans. The best value right now, AJT, and thank you very much for your super chat and generosity, by the way. It's going to be Total Wireless. So we'll pull them up. Total Wireless's plans here on the site, full details. I think the plan you want to look at is the Total 5G Unlimited, unless you want Disney Plus, right? So Total 5G Plus, only two differences here. It's the 15 gigs of full speed hotspot data versus unlimited hotspot data, but at 5 megabits per second. Personally, I think I would lean towards the 15 gigs at full speeds, but both are great. And then Total 5G Plus includes a free Disney Plus subscription. So if you want that, who am I kidding? Of course I want that. I would probably go with Total 5G Plus Unlimited. And then you can get this for $30 a month with a current BYOD promotion. This is the #1 best value on the Verizon network right now. Doesn't mean it's the best experience. I think total support has room to improve. I think the app and website have room to improve. But I also think they have been making improvements since I last checked them out. So I should really sign up again and see what it's like. Easily the best value. I would also consider Visible. I really like what they've done. It's simple, it's effective, and it's just an awesome value for service. Visible Plus is probably the plan I would look at. $35 for unlimited priority, unlimited hotspot at 10 megabits per second, which is double the speed of that Total 5G Plus plan. You're also getting 1080p video here, which is really nice, and some other features as well, as low as $31 if you just opt for the Visible Plus annual version. So if you're okay with that commitment, and you can start on the month-to-month plan and then hop over to the annual plan. Otherwise, I mean, I'm going to say maybe Mobile X. Mobile X. They have a 199 gig unlimited plan. Here it is. Mobile X Unlimited, 199 gigs of high speed, unlimited priority, 10 gigs hotspot, 40p streaming. Decent value, but yeah, not as good as the Total 5G plan. So that's what I would consider. AJT, I hope that is helpful. Total Wireless for the best value, and maybe Mobile X for the best price. You could also grab, depending on how much data you need, where is it? Yeah, the $15 10 gig plan, also a really good value. So it could be worth checking that out as well. All right, let's see what else we got cooking in the comments. I snagged the BYOD on Ultimate. Yeah, that was the move. Imagine being locked to T-Mobile. Yeah, facts. It's true. I'm so tempted to do that free 16 Pro deal, though. I wouldn't, what would I even do with that? Someone talk me out of that. Oh, interesting. The problem with Verizon is they charge you $10 per zone per day. If you get on the train and travel between zones, you could have a massive global passes charged. That could be true. It is worth noting the unlimited ultimate plan comes with 15 gigs of free international data. So I think that should solve that problem. Ripcord, thoughts on Mint Mobile's unlimited 12-month plan. This is, in my opinion, the #1 best value plan on the T-Mobile network right now. I think it's a better value than Metro. I think it's a better value than everything else that's available on T-Mobile. I think it's one of the best value plans. So definitely recommend. Oh, Dawson. Yeah, Xfinity Mobile's new unlimited plan is great. Do I have it on the site? Every time I do these live streams, I'm like, I got to update the website. Who's in charge of this? Oh, haha, it looks like I have updated the website so we can actually use it. Check it out. So Xfinity Mobile, 2 plans now. Simplified from 3 to 2. Unlimited, $40 for 30 gigs of high speed and then 1.5 megabits per second. It is priority data. Hotspot is 600 kilobits per second, 40p video. I'm going to say do not get this plan. It is not a good plan. You will get more features at a better price from Visible with Visible Plus, with Total 5G or Total 5G Plus, and with US Mobile. Their US Mobile Unlimited Starter is a better value than this. The Unlimited Premium plan, though, is quite nice. It is more expensive, $50 a month, but now you're getting 100 gigs of priority, 30 gigs of hotspot, and 4K video streaming. I think this one is probably where it's at. Plus, Xfinity typically does offer a discount when you bundle their internet and their phone service. That can make it a really good deal. And I'll give Xfinity a shout out here. They do offer smartphone deals. So if you go to, I guess, shop deals, but well, I guess we saw a carousel right on the homepage there, but they do offer deals and that can make it worth it. Boom, iPhone 16 on us. When you add or upgrade that unlimited premium plan that we were talking about, great deal. Looks like you get a year of unlimited on us. Like, that's fantastic. I think this is that cheaper plan. Oops, here it is. The regular unlimited plan. But if this is free instead of 40 bucks, that's a really good deal. And $500 back to pay off your current phone contracts. Boom, that's fantastic. Galaxy S25 on us, that's fantastic. Like what Xfinity Mobile has is this kind of unique combination of horrible website pop-ups. Get out of here. This unique combination of like actually pretty good offers and reasonably affordable plans. Because normally if you go with a postpaid carrier, right, Verizon's plan, was it like 65? Is that even right? 60, 70, 90 bucks, 80 bucks. Maybe it's like 70. Anyway, the postpaid carriers are like 70, 80, 90 bucks in order to actually be eligible for good trade-in deals. Xfinity, 50 bucks or less if you bundle it and you get a discount. So really good plans. No one man, carrier with the worst branding and plan naming. I mean, Experience More and Experience Beyond. I think these are some of my least favorite plan names. Like Experience Beyond what? It's still just a phone. Oh man, you just reminded me of another one. I mean, let me go here. I'll just pull these up one at a time as I think of them. AT&T prepaid. It's AT&T prepaid unlimited max plus. That is just so funny to me. Like crazy. Also, I mean, Red Pockets plans make sense, but it's also just funny to me that they call them unlimited. Unlimited Essentials, Unlimited Plus, Unlimited Premium, Unlimited Elite. Like Red Pocket literally took every single premium plan buzzword and just boom, all of their plans. And then they call it, I guess they used to call it Unlimited, and it looks like they have removed that branding, and now it's just Red Pocket Essentials, Red Pocket Plus, Red Pocket Premium, Red Pocket Elite. But it used to say Unlimited, and I thought that was pretty funny. I think, yeah, V-Graphs, US Mobile Unlimited Premium Dark Star Endgame. That is also just horrendous. And that's like, I put that on my website. I think, I think I list it just as Dark Star. US Mobile does have the most like confusing and annoying names right now. Like US Mobile Unlimited Starter, great. But then Dark Star, because it's AT&T, and then 12 months. Not great. And then US Mobile Unlimited Premium Dark Star. It's becoming a mouthful. It was much nicer, guys, like good old days, where instead of having, like I listed them out, 3 separate plans, these were all just one plan, and it was the same features. Oh, beautiful times. I miss it. Shane, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. I'm on T-Mobile with the first responder Go 5G. I'm at 65 bucks. They tried to go 75. What's comparable plan on Visible? That's comparable. Awesome. I don't think I have the Go 5G plans in my database any longer because those are no longer available, but we can find a very similar plan. Oops. If we just take a look at T-Mobile, I think the closest thing to you is going to be, oh my God, wait, Go 5G Plus. What's that doing here? That's awkward. Someone should remove that. Who manages this website? Well, we'll grab Go 5G Plus. Excuse me. We'll go grab Go 5G Plus. These were also horrible names. Did not like these names. No one, man. Not great. Not a fan. Let's reset. Add to compare. I think, honestly, Shane, I think you'd be fine with just Visible Plus. If we take a look at Visible Plus, yeah, we'll just grab the annual and this. So Go 5G, if I remember correctly, had 100 gigs of priority data on T-Mobile. And it's almost not even worth mentioning priority data because I don't think you can compare priority data on one network versus priority data on another network. But it is, I guess it's worth knowing about, I guess. But maybe it doesn't really matter. Either way, so you're on Go 5G. Instead, the price is going to be wrong. And then instead of unlimited priority, I think you have 100 gigs of priority, and then it's deprioritized. And hotspot, I think you only have like 5 gigs of hotspot. So if you look at Visible Plus, I mean, such a good price, right? You're saving $30 a month. So almost half, $360 a year in savings, taxes and fees included. It's giving you unlimited priority data, which is better than what you have right now. You're getting 10 megabits per second of hotspot, which is unlimited. So unlimited hotspot, 10 megabits per second. I think that's better than just 5 gigs of hotspot, even if 5 gigs is at full speed. And you're getting better video streaming. Go 5G had 480p video streaming, and now you're getting 1080p video streaming. You're missing out on the international features. So if you did want international features, that's when you'd be like, okay, let's go back. Then you're going to upgrade to Visible Plus Pro, and that's going to give you your 2 gigs a day in Canada and Mexico and 2 free international days per month. Or if you decide to go with that annual option, then it'll be 24 days up front. It is worth mentioning that you accumulate unused days. So after 2 months, you would have 4 international days. After 3 months, you would have 6 international days. And this accumulates up until 24 days. But yeah, I would say if Visible Plus, the regular plan, meets your needs, superb value. If you decided you needed some extra features like a smartwatch line or the international roaming, then maybe Visible Plus Pro. Yeah. So Shane, I hope that is helpful for you. Wow. The chats are streaming in. Crispy Dave. Excuse me. I said that wrong. Crispy Steve. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Let me go in here. I think, did you send a sticker? Let me go to the live stream. Okay, here we go. I see your super chat and it looks like the actual chat is below it. So let me pull that up right now. Boom. Thank you so much, Crispy Steve. I like that name, by the way, for your generosity and your support and your chat. I'm on a family plan and they're not paying the bill. Whoa, yikes. So I want to get my own service. Dude, 100%. What service provider should I go with? I want the iPhone 16 Pro or iPhone 16. Hopefully free on them if possible. All right. I'm curious what the chat thinks of this, but Crispy Steve, my suggestion my suggestion for you to consider, this is a little unusual, but it's going to be, it's going to be Boost Mobile. Check it out. Boost Mobile. So, there's pros and cons, and we'll go over them. Boost Mobile. What you're looking at is, wow, you know what? Coming from some of the other websites, this just feels like a lot is all in my face. Not a big fan. But what we're looking at is Boost Mobile's infinite access for iPhone plan. So, Steve, it's $65 a month. Here's the kicker though. You get $1,000 off any iPhone 16 today with no trade-in required. And you can upgrade every year. Okay? And you get $1,000 every year in device savings. Wait, I'm just looking at, it's crazy that infinite access, they're not giving Galaxy users the same deal. Like, what is happening over there? Either way, so you're paying $65 a month basically for the phone and service. And really good value. No upfront cost for that phone. You do have to pay sales tax, and it's $1,000 off. So if we do shop iPhone, again, you just select your phone. It's going to be $0 down for that iPhone 16 plus taxes. Or if you want to treat yourself to the Pro, or I don't know how they're, okay, $0 down. It's $0, but it's $5 a month. If you want to treat yourself to the regular Pro, that would actually be free for the baseline one. $0 down today plus taxes and $0 a month. So that is the Boost Infinite access for iPhone plan. But you're wondering, Stetson, what do I get with this plan? Steve, great question. Glad you asked. I have the full details on my site because Boost, they list some of them, but I think it's not the best. Let's see, Boost Mobile Infinite. Here we go. Infinite access for iPhone. Let's reset this. We get that out of here. What you're getting, $65 a month plus tax, probably closer. Let's see what I have here. I was paying when I had this plan $67.17. And you get that $1,000 off. Now, the coverage, let's start coverage. If you're in an area with Dish or Boost Mobile coverage, it will default to that. And that's what you want. That will give you the best experience. And I'll talk about what you get on the native network versus roaming. If you're not in an area with Dish coverage or you go outside of it or whatever, you will roam on AT&T or T-Mobile, predominantly AT&T. So high probability that this plan will either activate on Dish or it'll be on AT&T. If you're on AT&T, you're getting 30 gigs of high-speed data and then unlimited at 512 kilobits per second. Honestly, not the best. It is deprioritized, and hotspot is an add-on, so not a big fan of either of those things. But otherwise, the features are fine, and it's got some decent international data if you're interested. What's really good, if you get activated on the native dish or the native Boost Mobile network, then instead of 30 gigs, it becomes truly unlimited. Okay, you get to use as much data as you want on that native dish network. And instead of 480p video streaming, you get 4K streaming. So really nice upgrades on the native dish network. Now, I know, Steve, you're probably wondering, how do I tell? Like, am I going to get on the native dish network? Unfortunately, their system is horrible, and there's no way to tell if you'll get on the native network or not, but you can guess. And you can guess by using the coverage map website. And you can see, so I went to Boost Mobile. They only offer 5G, okay? They don't have any LTE service. And if you're in one of these orange areas, I don't know where you are, Steve, but let's, if you're in Florida, then high probability you'll get activated on the native Boost Mobile network, and you will enjoy the unlimited high-speed data and the 4K video streaming. If you're not in one of these areas, like you're in the middle of Florida, for example, then you're going to get activated on AT&T. You're going to have the 30 gigs of high speed and the unlimited. It's worth mentioning, where did that go? For most people, like, I think average data use is, don't quote me on this, but it's like 21 gigs, I want to say, from the latest report. So high probability you're going to be fine with this plan. But it is worth keeping in mind some of those limitations. Hotspot is available, $10 extra if you need it 1 month. And the reason I suggest this is $65. Okay. If you wanted to do something from the big carriers, you're looking at, I think Verizon, I don't even know how to like show that. We know T-Mobile is crazy expensive. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what the comments are saying. Super Golden Short says Verizon. You could do Verizon, right? Because Verizon is doing, wow. This also, I just feel like I'm getting deals slammed into my face. This isn't really what I want. I want Verizon iPhone 16 Pro. Nope, just the regular Pro. Sorry about that. How are my Googling skills? I feel like that's what I'm showing off on this live stream. How good am I at typing under pressure? Okay. New customer, if you get the unlimited ultimate plan, you can get $1,000 off. Okay. But I think it's unlimited ultimate. Did they say that? Okay. They say unlimited plus or unlimited ultimate. So you could go and ask about it. But the problem is, Steve, instead of $65 a month for the plan, now Verizon Unlimited Plus, you're looking at $80, okay? $80 a month. So that's $15 extra, 15 times 12, $180 extra per year to go with Verizon. That said, it is a true unlimited plan, so that's kind of cool. And it's a great value plan, and maybe you can save with some of the perks and stuff, but it's expensive. The other option you might look at, and this kind of goes against what you're looking for, so I apologize in advance. I do want to bring it up, though, because I think it's helpful. If you go with a carrier such as Visible, let's say shop, let's say you want that 16 Pro, boom. What you might consider doing with Visible is you can finance the phone with Affirm. Now, Affirm might give you a different rate. I'm not 100%. I haven't used Affirm. Okay, that's my disclaimer. I have not used Affirm. I don't know. They're advertising 0% APR plus taxes. So let's assume you get that. All of a sudden, you can grab Visible, let's say Visible Plus. That's going to be what, 35 for Visible Plus, and then 27 and 75 for the phone. That's $62.75 a month. This would actually end up being less than Boost Mobile's plan by a couple bucks. And, oops, wrong tab. Apologies. Let's bring up Boost Mobile. And, no, Infinite. There we go. And it's a better plan because Visible gives you unlimited priority and it includes hotspot, which Infinite Access for iPhone does not. Now, that said, if you like upgrading every year, Boost is going to be awesome for that because you just get $1,000 off every year. But yeah, you might consider, grabbing a phone from Visible, doing the Affirm financing and things such as that. And then look, they even say you can save $240 on Visible Plus Pro if you wanted to go all out with that. So I hope that is helpful. Whose question was this? Crispy Steve. I hope that is helpful information. Yeah, I think, I'm a sucker for getting a new phone every year. I'd probably look at Boost for that. But the no hotspot is kind of a deal breaker for me, and I don't want to pay extra for that. So I think price to performance, it may not be a bad idea to consider doing Visible, financing the phone through Affirm, and just like at least going through the checkout process, right? And just seeing what your total would be, if that's an option. But yeah, I hope that is helpful, Crispy Steve. And again, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. VGraphs, I love 5G. Take my 2 cents, please. Okay, taken. Or yeah, it says $2, but yeah, thank you very much for your generosity and support. 5G is awesome. Crispy Steve, thank you, bro. You're welcome. Try and help you out. Uncle Brew is saying US Mobile for life. Look, US Mobile is fantastic, but in Steve's case, I don't think US Mobile offers well, let me, before I go out spewing nonsense here, let's find out. So US Mobile, pull up their site, and let's say shop. Okay, they got a Pixel 9. Crazy deal. Look, Steve, you were looking for an iPhone, so we got to do iPhone. I don't even see search a product, iPhone. Pre-owned, iPhone 12, iPhone 14, 15, 14 Plus. Yeah, they don't. US Mobile doesn't even sell the iPhone 16. So kind of off the mark right now is what I would say. I wonder, I just spoke with the folks at Back Market. I just wanted to check. Let's see, iPhone 16. Let's do 16 Pro. I'm a sucker for the Pro phone. Yeah, okay. So, Steve, this is for you. If you were open to it, you could consider purchasing a refurbished iPhone 16 Pro off of Back Market, MSRP $789. So you're already saving $210. And you can trade in if you wanted to. And it looks like right here, they have Affirm. Buy now, pay later. I don't know if this is going to be 0% APR, but this would allow you to effectively get your phone, pay monthly for it with Affirm, and then you could go with like US Mobile Unlimited Starter for $25, right? That's what I use. So that could be another great option as well. So there you go. Boom. Marcy, I see these, but I don't know where the other question is. Did I miss any super chats here? Oh, Martin. Yeah, I absolutely did. Thank you so much for the alert there. Totally missed it. That is on me. Martin says, okay, thank you so much for your generosity and support, by the way. On T-Mobile One with 4 lines, only need 3, 5G home internet, 1 plus on 1 line. Okay, I'm assuming that's an add-on. Pay $238 a month. Open to switching for better value, including business plans. All right, Martin. So I actually crunched all the numbers for you. I hope you like this. I love doing stuff like this, so I'm not going to hold back. I did my video on T-Mobile's new plans, and I found that it was cheaper to actually switch to the new plan. And I'll show you like how come you might consider that. So boom, we got the math. I love doing math. I love this stuff. So you've got 4 lines, but you only need 3. Okay, so let's look at 3 lines. Like, why would we look at 4? If you upgrade to experience more, here's what happens. The problem with T-Mobile One right now, it's a great plan. I'm sure it meets your needs. But the problem is T-Mobile One customers have typically been relegated to about $300 off. That's what you get with T-Mobile Essentials. And, as I'm saying this out loud, it might be cheaper to stick with your current plan. I guess, look, Martin, it comes down to how you like to purchase your phone. If you like to finance through T-Mobile or do the carrier trade-in deals, it may be worth upgrading to experience more because instead of getting $300 off, you would get $830 off. Now, the big question is, like, how much are you paying per line if you were to have 3 lines? Or, I mean, if you have 4 lines and you stick with that, Experience More becomes the best value hands down from T-Mobile. And it's the best value because the cost per line is about $47.79. This is including $5.29 of estimated taxes and fees per line. So the actual price you pay might be a little bit different, but for the sake of this argument, it is the most affordable option because you're getting that $830 of trading credit. And this is actually going to be cheaper than some of the other plans as well. I mean, if you wanted to save, so if this is 4 lines, this is 3 lines. If you wanted to save big bucks, like Mint Mobile, right? You could grab the Mint Mobile Unlimited plan and you'd be looking at, for the full price, about $32.67. But this plan is currently on sale, right? So you can get it for $240 for the year, $20 a month, maybe call it $24 after tax. You would save so much money. And then for the upgrades, what you would do is just trade in directly with Apple or with Samsung or whatever devices you have. Your T-Mobile home internet bill would go up. And so that's something to consider as well, but could be a decent option. Google Fi Unlimited Standard, also crazy affordable for 3 lines. You're now getting 50 gigs of premium data, 25 gigs of hotspot, free watch line included, and $33.94 is my estimated cost per line for the plan here. Again, that might vary just a little bit after taxes and fees. So it could be different or could be, different for you. But even then, for 3 lines on the T-Mobile network, Experience More is not that much more expensive. Like $2,201 versus $2,239, like $38 more expensive. And you're just getting a way better plan with T-Mobile Experience More. And you get extra savings on your T-Mobile 5G home internet service. And you get the, better device deals. So, I mean, Martin, if I were in your shoes, I would probably crunch the numbers. I would look at like, how much are you paying per line for the phone lines? And then how much would your home internet bill go up? I think home internet goes up sorry, we're going to get this out of here. I think the home internet goes up about $15 if you swap. So it might be worth, honestly, sticking with T-Mobile and considering upgrading to the new plan just so you can get the better phone trade-in deals. So if we go here and let's just do T-Mobile home internet. I don't have T-Mobile. What is that price difference? $15. Yeah, it goes up by $15. I think the added savings from T-Mobile with the home internet, and I think, the potential savings with the perks, and I think the device discounts would make T-Mobile Experience More probably the sweet spot. That's what I would say. And what would you be paying? That's a great question. Let's find out right now. Lines. Let's say you actually get 3 lines. How come you have 4 lines, Martin? That's my question. T-Mobile Experience More. For 4 lines, $140 plus tax. And then home internet, what were we looking at there? No, I don't want to get feedback. I'm going to assume you're on the $45 plan just because it's in the middle. And where did that go? Boom. So 140 plus 45 is 185. I think it would just be a little bit less. It would just be a little bit less, but the real savings come if you do the device trade-in deals, and you can do the deals through Apple, and then you'll get unlocked phones. I got to keep reminding myself of that. Yeah. Huh. I'm like talking myself into that darn T-Mobile Experience More plan. Anyway, 170 for 4 lines. Okay. What do we have here? 4 lines, an Experience More. Oof. Well, yeah, I think so. Like same price. We add in tax and fees, $191. So your monthly bill, if you switched, it would 100% go up, especially with the taxes being extra. But the device discounts also go up. Instead of getting $300 off, you get $830 off, and I think that adds up. And I think that would be worth it. So, yeah, that's what I would consider. Oh, interesting. Big Tank is saying back market sends a lot of locked phones. Huh, interesting. Why is the S25 Ultra on Swappa cheaper than the S25 Edge? Yeah, that's just Swappa. Samsung phones, they just lose value so fast. And I wish reviewers would take that in consideration because, people are reviewing the S25 Edge like it's somehow cheaper than the S25 Ultra. When really, us smart people know S25 Ultra, is actually cheaper on Swappa. So, oh yeah, Joseph makes up a great point. You can upgrade every 2 years for free and the charge for 3 years. Yeah, so that would I think the savings of being able to upgrade on T-Mobile, get in the device trade-in deals, I would say consider experience more. Your monthly bill will probably go up, but when you start doing those phone trade-in deals and you add everything up, I think your net cost will be a little bit lower. That's what I would say. Yeah. Voodoo 1013, I'm with you. I usually buy phones unlocked from the manufacturer, but yeah. All right, let's answer a couple more questions and then call it a show. Joey S., what do you think of foldable phones? Do you think they're worth getting? Joey, we were just talking about Swappa. Your socks are going to be knocked off. Check this out. What do you want? Let's say Galaxy Z Fold. What are they on right now? Let's say Z Fold. Oh my God, Z Fold 6. Nothing. All right. Let's go Z Fold 5. Evidently, Z Fold. What? Galaxy. Oh, am I spelling it wrong? Yeah, Z Fold. There's no space between fold and the number, but there is a face. Are they? Here we go. Oh, maybe I just needed to click. Anyway, Z Fold 5. Good condition, $669. Are you kidding me? $721. Are you kidding me? $850. Like, so good. Mint condition, stop. That's outrageous. These ones are also outrageously priced, but oh my gosh, these deals. These deals. Let's see if I was actually just using the website wrong. Z Fold 6. Z Fold 6 and then unlocked. Yeah, I was. Look at that. $1,000 for a 1 terabyte Z Fold 6. That is less than a brand new S25 Ultra. That is less than a brand new S25 Edge. Are they worth getting? Yeah. I mean, I think if you buy them used and you get a good price, they're awesome. Huge screen, super fun, cool form factor. There's a lot of wow going on. Would I use one? I think my hot take, I would rather be able to like plug my phone into a screen and use it as a laptop, which I guess you can do with Samsung DeX, than have a folding phone. I don't think folding phones are for me, you guys. I think I just want the best brick possible. Optimize the brick. That's what I want. With the folding phones, you're sacrificing sometimes cameras, sometimes I don't know, other things. I like the brick. But you can grab crazy good deals on Z Folds, especially the used ones. So that could be worth checking out. Martin, thanks for the answer. What about business plans? Martin, I don't know the business plans off the top of my head. You could see if maybe T-Mobile has a business plan. I mean, I would just see if you're eligible for any of the other T-Mobile discounts they offer, right? Like 55 plus, military veteran, first responder. I guess 55 plus is only for 2 lines, but yeah, don't do that one. See military veteran or first responder, maybe. I don't know about business. I think I need to update my business plans for all carriers. So, wow, these are crazy cheap. Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't know what deals they offer. Like, if they still do the phone promos, then yeah, maybe hop on Business Unlimited Ultimate. But I would say maybe I'll leave that one up to you to suss out. Nico says, I have the iPhone 13 Pro. When should I upgrade next? I would say whenever you want to. The new iPhone, when it comes out this year, maybe. But 13 Pro rocks, Nico. 13 Pro rocks. No reason to upgrade if you don't have to. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to call it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I wanted to see... yes. If you're still looking for content to watch after this, my friend Austin has this really cute live stream where he streams his farm animals. It's Lutz Farm. He's trying to get to the 3,000 watch hours. So go check that out after the stream. I'll post a link to it in the comments. But that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you and have a wonderful week ahead.